welcome back to The Winning Agenda. My name's Jesse Muleman-Marshall. It's great to be here. We've been thoroughly enjoying ourselves with the alpha launch. I've put together, I think, 4 decks. I've been teaching new friends how to play. I've been introducing new players to the game, and it's just been a blast of a week. Looking forward to hearing from all of you in the comments below what you've been up to. Have you been building a collection, one of every card? That's something that I've done. Almost there. I think I'm about 2 cards off finishing my alpha collection, which I'm very excited about. And I've put together 4 of my favorite decks. We've got the Battle Mage and the Death Speaker, which we've done the deck showcases for already. And then we've got the Water Sorcerer and the Avatar of Earth. I'm going to do those deck showcases very shortly. They'll be up on the channel, showing you some of the cards in those decks in real life and some of the cool foils that I've managed to accumulate so far. And I've just been doing heaps of trading, trying to get those decks together, trying to get that collection finished. And even some of you out there, I know there have been some viewers who I've either done trades with, sold some cards to, some of you overseas in America, and a lot of people locally just getting in touch and trying to finish off collections. It's been heaps of fun. But today, the main event is that we're going to dive into a box opening. Now, I've had a little bit of a technical hiccup because I started doing this box opening. I got about, how many packs in? 4, 5 packs in, and realized that my microphone was off. So we're going to head over to have a look at the overhead here. And you can see, unfortunately, we've already got 5 elites here. We've got the Major Explosion, Scorched Earth, Sinkhole, Atlas Wanderer's Abundance. I told some great stories about all of those cards. Nobody's ever going to hear them because my microphone was glitching out and was turned off. We've picked up a step already, and then I was looking through a bunch of ordinaries here to see if we had a foil, but we don't. All right, so we're going to kick off. We're 5 packs in. Those are the 5 elites we've opened so far. No big hits, no uniques, no foils, and now let's do the rest of it. There is really no worse feeling as a content creator than getting 5 to 10 minutes into your video, or sometimes all the way to the end, and realizing that your camera was off, that your microphone was off, so on and so forth. Anyway, put all that behind us, and here we are. We've got an exceptional Marine Voyage, an exceptional Sea Raider, and then the beautiful Angel's Egg, which in our previous box opening video, we're lucky enough to hit the foil of. So I'll leave that there. So yeah, what have you been enjoying most in the last week or so? If you're someone who has some Sorcery Alpha product, if you're someone who's just getting into the game, let me know below what you're looking forward to most. What is it that drew you to Sorcery? What is it that you're enjoying the most about the game? What is it that you're looking forward to the most about getting into it? Are you going to be heading to some events in your local area? If you're in Melbourne and you're planning to attend our event this Sunday at Plenty of Games, which is now, I think, 1 ticket left before it's sold out. Very exciting. Shout out to you. Sky Baron. I think I've only got 1 Sky Baron so far. That's only my 2nd one into sort of over 10 boxes now, quite shamefully. Been unable to resist. I think I saw Simon, also known as Koshi, on the Discord, one of the Sorcery team members, saying as our boxes were arriving that he reckons people were going to have a hard time keeping them sealed. Well, that's certainly been borne out in my experience. Trying to complete a full set, trying to get some of the sweet, sweet cards for my decks, it's all just been so much fun that the thought of keeping these boxes sealed has just become more and more difficult. And from what I've seen, both on the Facebook groups here in Australia and on Discord, fantastic foil. Common Sense. So that one of the few tutors in Sorcery. I know one of the designers, Rafa, also known as Emberleaf. I've been chatting to him a bit about card design. Kind of creepy eyes on that fellow there, aren't there? And one of the things that he's mentioned is that tutors are going to be very restrictive in this game. There's not going to be a lot of them printed. They acknowledge that the way the rarity system works and having uniques means that printing too many tutors is not a great idea because it kind of overcomes the uniques as a balancing tool. So Common Sense only fetches ordinaries, kind of fits into that design ethos very well, but may well be one of the few tutors that we see printed in the game. So a good one to have and an excellent one to have in foil. And then of course the Sorcerer at the end of the pack. Is it the Curio? No Curio, just a regular old Sorcerer. So a lot of people, if you're someone who hasn't been following along with every single one of the ins and outs of Sorcery, you may be a little bit curious about the curios. They are something that is deliberately opaque. The designers, the owners have been deliberately secretive about curios. They're intended to be something that's a bit of a secret for the community to discover. So what we do know about them, there have been a few of them pulled now. They all come from the ordinary slot, so you won't find them in these front 3 slots and then the elite. Oh, a mix! That is an excellent hit in the elite slot. So no curios in these slots, but as soon as we get into the ordinary slots here, where we will also find the foils, there is the chance that we will hit an extremely rare curio. And curios are things that showcase the game's development or history in some way. So there's one that you might have seen that stands out a bit more. It's a sort of 9 different cards in one. That one obviously looks very different to any other card, but then there are some of them that you may not notice at all unless you're looking more carefully. Things like the Sorcerer avatar card, but it says Gridlord on the back instead of Sorcery, which was obviously a previous name at some point in the game's development. Then you've got things like the Simulacrum, the self-same Simulacrum, which would normally appear in the elite slot, but if it's a curio, then it appears in the ordinary slot, and the figures are inverse, they're reversed. So it's those kind of little things that are just interesting. And Maze Minotaur there from Gardu in the elite slot. And what that shows, what that particular curio showcases, as well as the Mirror Realm one, which is also inverse, is that the Drown, that is a beautiful foil. I'll get back to that curio story in a minute. That is absolutely gorgeous. And I know I've spoken about it in the previous box opening as well as in the deck showcase, but the way that Eric and the team, I think Eric actually hired somebody specifically who went through all of the 403 cards and hand designed the foil masking to make sure that the foreground and the figures had the increased opacity and that the foiling shone through on the backgrounds to give that real 3D effect. And Drown has definitely benefited from that extra care and attention to detail from the team, because that just looked fantastic. And there you go, the full art there as well on the back, as always. So a couple of very nice ordinary foils, I must say. Having 2 ordinary foils that are going to go straight into my decks up front, something that I am very happy to see. Yeah, so back to the curios. One of the things that Eric has done a lot with both Mirror Realm and Selfsame Simulacrum being examples is flip the art of the cards to suit the format. So the artist might have drawn it in one particular way, and Eric might have either inverted it top to bottom or flipped it left to right on its axis, just for kind of fitting better onto a card. So Selfsame Simulacrum and Chaos Twister there in the elite slot. Selfsame Simulacrum and Mirror Realm are 2 examples of that, but we also have some other examples as well. I think even the rubble, you know, the basic rubble that you get in your pre-constructed deck sets, the original art that was done there, I think it was Jeff Mengers or Jeff Mengers, I think, who did that. Or Sandstorm. That is a very orange card. Even the original art for that rubble was actually the other way around, and I think Eric inverted it. So that was definitely something that he did a few times, and I think that's what those curios are intended to showcase, is that that was something that was a bit of a feature of designing the layout and the graphic design for the alpha set. So sitting on 3 foils there, the Sandstorm, the Drown, and the Common Sense. Sandstorm, a bit more of a miss on the foil side of things than the other 2. Not one that I'm currently playing, and not one that I think will see a lot of constructed play. Apparition, Bullfrog, Strider, and then the Adept Illusionist. Nice Jeff Easley art there. Mad Dash, Anchorman. Oh, we've got a foil. Is that a Gaia Hippogriffs? I think it is. Fantastic. Gaia Hippogriffs number 3 for my Battle Mage deck. So I filled out the foil Hippogriffs in that deck, which I'm pretty excited about. And that is a gorgeous piece of artwork. And of course, those of you who pay attention to some of the other things in the videos that I've shown so far will remember that I have a print from Gardu of this artwork, which I have up on my wall, and I also have one in the store at Plenty of Games. So if you tune in next week, we're going to have a bit of a showcase about our pre-release event, or our first sealed event at Plenty of Games, and I'll make sure to include a shot of that Gardu art up on the wall as well. One of my favourite arts from the alpha set for sure. So, first exceptional foil, 3 ordinaries and now an exceptional, and hoping that we can, I think we've got another foil in this pack here, so this will be our 5th foil for the box. 1, 2, 3, and then Mix Ignis number 2, alright. So 2 mixes, both of them mix Ignis. Where's the other one? Get that up here. There we are. So 2 mixes so far in the box. Might as well put them off to the side actually. Oh, we've got abundance in its own pile. Sleep, Roaming Monster. Get through these. And then a Silence is our Elite Aura. A beautiful piece of artwork from Marta Molina. Not one that I'm playing in decks at the moment, but always nice to see an Elite foil. Common Sense, the aforementioned Tutor. Avalon Dryads and a Tower to close out that pack. So, oh, I didn't show you the back of the Silence. Look at that. It's just a really serene looking beach. Very, very nice. All right, so through the left-hand stack of packs here, we're on a grand total of 0 uniques so far. See if we can break that streak here with a unique. Scavenging Fiend, Shrink, and Mordric Druids. It is another Elite. Pit Vipers, Polar Bears, Kelpie Maidens, no Curios, and off we go. Yeah, so I'm interested to hear from all of you. How's your experience been? How many boxes have you opened? What's your objective been with opening? I know it's getting harder and harder for people to justify opening boxes as the box price increases. The opportunity cost of opening a box also increases, and it gets a little bit more tempting to just sell your boxes. But I do encourage people, if you love the game, trust that if you open your boxes and the box prices go up because the cards inside are more valuable, opening them up and enjoying the cards also has a value. And if the box prices do go up, then chances are your cost, the value of your singles and the cards that you use to play the game will also probably go up. It may not be the same amount. You may end up, not making as much money as you might have got if you just sat on your boxes and put them in a closet for 2 years, but it is a game after all, and we all need more people to play with to actually enjoy the game. So that's the trade-off, and that's certainly what keeps me motivated to keep opening up boxes and building decks and trading the cards. So, nothing really big there, just a Silver Valkyries. But yeah, looking forward to seeing what other decks people come up with. Obviously, we've had a very limited number of people building decks and participating in the league so far. It's been a bit of a small closed shop environment in a way. Now that things are out in the wild, and oh, foil Ascalon Phoenix. I saw something a little bit different shining through there. I wasn't sure if that was a curio or something, but I recognized that it was not an ordinary, just from the border, and it was a foil Ascalon Phoenix, which is absolutely gorgeous. If you're playing a heavy fire deck, that is definitely one that you're going to want to consider having in your deck. And a Gothic Tower. So, still no uniques. We've got 2 elite foils, no uniques, either foil or non-foil. So here's hoping for a stone of some kind. Clamor of Harpies, Waypoint Portal, Guile Sirens, and another elite Crateraz. And another foil. Wow, okay. What have we got here? Oh, this looks like a dual land to me. That is awesome. All right, so 2 foil elites so far. A foil Common Sense and a foil Drown, a couple of nice ordinaries, an exceptional Gaia Hippogriffs, and now a beautiful dual land Oasis. Just absolutely gorgeous artwork here from Marta. And there's that full artwork. You get a bit more of the reflection of the palm trees in the water of the Oasis in the full version. It's just gorgeous. I mean, I can imagine once people are familiar enough with these cards that we don't need to see the front side anymore, particularly for things like basic sites and dual sites, having these laid out in this fashion with just the full art back on your board, particularly for people at home in kitchen table games, is going to be a really, really nice way to play. All right, so considering we haven't hit any of the uniques yet, and we do, I must say, been quite impressed by the consistency of unique hits in each box, that you may not get them at particular places in the box, but you will generally get 7 to 8 or 7 to 9 uniques per box. So oh, another foil. Wow, okay. We're really getting through these foils here. I put some exceptionals in the wrong pile. Really getting through these foils. So a recall, teleport any number of allied minions to the caster's location. Not one that's a big hitter, but a very cool looking card for sure. With some extremely parallel vertical beams of light. Somewhat satisfying for people who do enjoy symmetry and parallel lines. Grapple Shot, Mage Slayer, Exorcism. No curios there. So we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 foils. So probably 2 more foils or so left in the box. 1 to 2 more foils. Hopefully one of them is a foil unique. Fireball, and I think I can see a self-same simulacrum border there. It's got a very, very distinctive border. You can see it poking through the pack quite easily. Border Militia, Dromedary, Pufferfish, Sleep Monster. All right, through those ordinaries. Still no uniques. So we are well and truly over halfway through the box now, and not a single unique. I was saying how consistently the uniques turn up at some point in the box, but this could well be the first box that we ever see with no uniques. You never know. You just never know. Scarecrow, Berry, Pegasus. I mean, if they're randomly distributed, and if they're distributed, printed and distributed across the sheets, along with the elites in the same pool, you know, randomly, then there is, of course, the possibility, as I'm sure Hayne will tell us with his statistics, that there will be some boxes, some infinitesimally small number of boxes that do have 0 uniques in them. But let's hope that we did not get one of those. So a second Angel's Egg. Elite, Stalker, Dryads, Azurage, Icelance, Militia. I mean, we don't know how the uniques were distributed, whether they were, the packs with uniques in them were, you know, placed in a separate pool and then seeded into the booster boxes at a rate of approximately 8 per box, or whether it was truly done from a larger random pool along with the elites. Either way, as I said, I've had pretty consistent results so far, but we are getting down to the last 13 packs, and we so far have 0. That Dispel colour looks a bit funny, but no, that's not a curio. Yeah, so how many packs we got? 13, 14, 15, 16 packs left. So at this point, we're expecting a unique every 2 packs, and not too many foils. I think 1 more foil is what we're expecting, 0 to 1 more. Mordric Druids for the elite. All right. 15 packs left. Are we going to hit our first unique? Mummies, Whirling Blades, Skirmishes of Mu, Replication. It's another elite. Well, I was kind of thinking, I've obviously opened a few boxes off camera, and I was kind of thinking when I decided that this would be the one I recorded, maybe it's going to be a great box. Maybe people will be super excited because I'll open some sweet, sweet, sweet things. Or maybe we'll get multiple foil uniques. Little did I think that it could be the first box I've opened with 0 uniques. Well, I suppose that's notable in itself. Just leave me some F's in the chat and make sure you share the video. So we're now officially into the last stack of packs, and we are still on 0. So are they all seated in the right hand section of the box? They are. So there we have 3 exceptionals and then the first unique, Mother Nature, which is one of the, I think, 2 cards that I'm missing so far from the set. So there we go, Mother Nature. First unique for the box. Dispel, Land Surveyor, and a foil Summer River. So that very likely closes out our foils for the box. Maybe 1 more, but most likely that's the last one. But that's okay. We didn't hit a foil unique, but I'm not too unhappy. We got a foil Dual Land. We got 2 foil elites. And now, hopefully, we can hit some cores or philosopher's stones in this last section of the box because we've still got a few uniques to come. Non-foils, that is. Rolling Boulder, Free City, Quarrelsome Kobolds, and a Maelstrom. There we have unique number 2. So water theme on the unique so far. Ooh. Ooh. What's this? Is it an overpower? No, it's a dodge roll. All right. So a bonus little exceptional foil there. Dodge roll. The only card in the game currently that can be cast on your opponent's turn when your unit is attacked to get out of the way. Not a bad one to have in foil. So that takes to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 foils. So that's the average. So we could conceivably have another one, but it's likely that that's going to be it. And a Warp Spasm. So that's unique number 3. 3 and 4 packs now, after we didn't get any in the first 2 stacks. And Curio, Curio, Curio. No dice this time. So Warp Spasm. So 2 mixes so far. A couple of uniques, nothing in terms of cores or stones yet. And no foil unique, but 7 League Boots, that's a nice one. We've got the unique artifact armor, +7 movement, 3 cost, colorless, so you can play it in any deck and get yourself some super fast boots to get you across the board. Not only does it get you across the board, but it makes you very hard to run away from. +7 movement, whew. Obviously they can get their chump blockers out to stop you, but it certainly is hard to actually run away. Ah, well, we asked for it, and there it is, Amethyst Core. So this is actually one that I really need for decks. I've only got 1 Amethyst Core so far. I know, only 1. But I play it in both the Battle Mage deck and the Death Speaker deck that I have at the moment. And so this will allow me to have 1 in each, which I'm super pleased about. And isn't that artwork? This might actually be my favorite artwork in the set. I love the pastel kind of, well, it's not quite pastel, but just pale purple in the artwork. And then the beautiful gem itself, the candles, the Melissa Benson signature, bringing back all those nostalgia memories from early Magic. It's just fantastic. Always pleased to see a core. And then run through those ordinaries. Okay, so we're now on 5 uniques, I think, from about 6 or 7 packs in this stack. So they all were hiding on the right-hand stack of the box. So we're expecting, 3 probably. Well, delayed gratification, I suppose. We had to wait till towards the very end of the box to get the uniques, and when they have come, they are certainly the heavy hitters. Certainly the heavy hitters. So there's a Ruby Core to add to our Amethyst Core. Can't complain about that. Alright. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Still 2 more uniques most likely to come. And we are already very, very happy with what we've got so far. 1, 2, 3, and another 7 League Boots. Not the first time I've seen double unique in a box. Cauldron Crones, Lightning Bolt, Unravel, Wall of Ice. And some very nice looking ordinaries. Just, even when you're just looking through the ordinaries to see if you got a curio, they're just beautiful, beautiful cards. The artwork, the layout, everything is just gorgeous. Scavenging Fiend, Shrink, Phantom Steed, and an Island Leviathan number 2 for the box. Scarecrow Mercenaries. Just duck through these ordinaries quickly. Checking for curios, nothing. Alright, so we're into the last 5 packs of the box. We're expecting 1 more unique, most likely. Possibly not, we might end up with 7. But 8 is sort of the average. 2, 3, and a Craterize. So our very unique heavy section has somewhat come to an end. We've got 2 elites in a row, which all of a sudden feels strange. after we had that glut of uniques. See if we can get one more nice thing in the end of the box here. Got some very, very nice things already. So quite happy with what we've got so far. But, you know, thus is the nature, oh, knocking over my stack of ordinaries. Thus is the nature of box openings. We always think, there could just be one more nice thing, couldn't there? As we get towards the end. Of course, Sandworm and Critical Strike together as always in the packs for some reason. Those two ordinaries just appear next to each other, stuck like glue. Ah, beautiful Lighthouse. It doesn't matter to me that Water Air is not a combo that I'm playing currently, so I haven't actually got any Lighthouses in any of my decks, but it is just a beautiful piece of artwork. I love that card. Ah, gorgeous. So add that to the dual sites section. Only a couple of dual sites in this box. Another Crossroads. Very, very powerful. Don't sleep on this card. That's my one piece of advice for you from a gameplay perspective in this box opening. Don't sleep on how good Crossroads can be at finding you unique sites. Looking at the top 4 in a 20 card deck and choosing one is a pretty powerful pseudo tutor effect. 2 more packs to go and then we'll do a quick review. What do we got here? So can we pick up that 8th unique, another dual site, and a battlefield. So we'll check the dual site, that Oasis with the others there, exceptionals, and the elite Oasis. Sorry, the elite battlefield, I should say. And then, last pack. So did we get our 8th unique? 1, 2, 3. We did not. So 7 uniques for the box. A little bit unders, but 10 foils, which we're happy about. No unique foil. Slight sad face. But we did get a foil dual site in the form of Oasis. The beautiful, beautiful foil Oasis dual site. We got 2 foil elites, the Ascalon Phoenix and the Silence. We got 3 foil exceptionals, the Guy Hippogriff's Recall and Dodge Roll. Guy Hippogriff's going straight into the Battle Mage deck. We have 4 foil ordinaries, including a basic Summer River and a Common Sense. That's probably one of my favorite hits from the box. And then of course in the unique slot, we've got the 2 beautiful, beautiful cores, including the Amethyst core, 2 copies of 7 League Boots, a Warp Spasm, a Maelstrom, and a Mother Nature. So there you have it. Hope you enjoyed the box opening. We'll leave you with the view of these 2 beautiful cores. We'll say thank you very much. We'll see you next time. In a couple of weeks' time, at the end of July, we're going to be having our member giveaway for our channel members, where we're going to be giving away the Occult Ritual from the Pledge Pack, and then we've got the very special signed Sorcerer to give away the next month. So if you are thinking about supporting the winning agenda, it's I think about $3 a month to be a channel member. You can click the join button below. But otherwise, if you are just enjoying the videos, please do like the video, subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see our future content, and we'll see you in the Contested Realm. Hope you're enjoying your sorcery journey, and we'll see you next time. Thanks very much.